Alright, are we good?
What do you think about that?
Are you stoked? Yeah, I think it's perfect. And it's great. I'm going to tell you why it's great. Because there's a little roller piece right here, right when the wire starts, and it's not overheating. Usually, for beginners, it melts. So you're doing awesome right from the get-go. I hope the rest of them go that smooth. So now I'm just going to throw a little piece of heat shrink over here and heat it up. I was hoping, and I hung it like this, and I should have said something in the beginning, that we were going to pull it across the top, but for the purpose of what we're doing, what kind of room do we have back here? Is there enough space? Is it limited? If you put this inside the guitar, what kind of room do we have so we know where we put the wires?
This is the room, not huge, I guess, but this thing fits probably just touching the...
So check this out. Let's heat it up, and I am...
So are you gonna do it sideways? Or?
We're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull it up because we don't have more room this way. We have more room this way.
Or you want to do it under, like here?
Just if you heat it up.
All of the houses.
Yeah, just heat it up. All I'll do is pull the wire in a different direction. Let me know where you're comfortable.
Only get see the houses. If the committee decides to schedule it,
yep, I'll do it as soon as it melts.
Right time. Otherwise, like it might not pass. And after all that, the governor will get it, and the governor can like immediately veto it. So if the government says nothing,
here we go.
it's not gonna happen.
Up,
Even if like
boom. All right, pull it away.
Between the comms, like so much screen.
You good?
Like he's kind of overpowered.
I know a guy that works at the Capitol building.
Nice job.
He records all the sessions for the House and Senate and stuff, so he gets to sit in on all of this, and he's just in a room like switching between cameras and like recording stuff.
Wait, who is this?
One of my friends here, like he's older here, just rubbing his
Beautiful.
but that's just like
Yeah. All right. So let's do a piece of heat shrink. Let's do the example.
That's awesome. Are you kidding me? Does he have physical drives for
That's
all
hot.
days?
Yeah,
Is this his job or his hobby? That's sick. Apparently every.
he'll see us and he'll just be talking about it in the House and Senate.
That's funny. I'm sorry. His job is probably gonna get replaced by AI because I. Yeah, I mean, it'll take a while. I'm sure he'll retire before then. But I already, the last conversation was about like how often we retire.
I'm gonna give you one example, and after that, you're doing it on your own. Okay?
Whenever I'm in a meeting, I'll just take notes.
is that a
So nice.
regular fan?
Heat gun.
Or are you done? How hot does that get?
Hot enough to catch fire.
I fed that to the other model to like summarize for me so I can copy paste it to my real notes.
Yeah, every time I go to a meeting or I have a fresh start at a new company or whatever, I'm always like, okay, now's the time to think.
Alright, what's next? Do we cut it now? And
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it with the length that we need.
Oh yeah.
These will work for that. So you want to make sure to leave yourself probably about an inch of bare wire. So what I usually do is I just use this as a measuring tool. I would bend it around, and if I need to go about here,
I can just ask questions about my customers without having to dig through a bunch of docs or all the things that I don't know.
Yeah. You know, Capella seems really interesting.
right, so you want to cut here?
yep,
Right here?
you could cut there. Now you can take about a ½ inch of the wire, or all the way to the yellow, however you'd like to do it, and then we'll put it on. Are you comfortable with that tool?
No.
Because that will cut right through the wire.
This part is the holder, this part is the cutter. Right?
You got it. That wire might be really small to do it. If it won't do it, here's another option. That wire might be too small, but the smallest one there is your best option.
Ask questions, like talk to a PDF.
And don't really pull against your new solder. Yeah, use your fingers to hold it.
Should I be pulling it out?
Yeah. You got it. Looks like it's coming. It's close. It looked like it was sliding, maybe stretching instead of cutting.
Yeah, it's not quite cut.
So they specifically like tell Gemini to from it. I think he
Oh,
does something.
there you go.
So we should take off some more. Let's go all the way to yellow.
Like it's really big in the educated space right now. It's like
Why do we need more? Just curious.
Because that's not enough for us to twist.
Oh, because we need
We
to.
need to go through the hole.
Is the twist necessary, or is it just for convenience so we can solder it
It's
easily?
like a security mechanism for it not to bust or break off. Because if we could put it there, because it's a moving item and it's not a stationary piece, things that are stationary that aren't portable, it's different. Like if we were going to put something in the wall of a house, we could touch the wire, hit the solder, they're not going to move the wall unless you get an earthquake. You are shaking your guitar, you will carry it, you will bump it. When you do that, anytime, you want to make sure that you have some type of security. So the twist is just extra security because it's a mobile device.
Got it.
Paste?
I just pulled the whole wire off.
How much?
The entire thing, I think, from the base.
Yeah.
All the grain came out?
Yeah.
Seen people generate that, they're
Is
pretty
that
good.
okay?
And then I've seen
We're starting over.
Kapathy also
Shit.
tweeted about milking that one.
No big deal.
Isn't this like practically the same thing as that cover? The heat, or
It's called heat shrink,
Really?
but
I didn't even saw that.
we're gonna do it the right way. I don't want to send you out here like that. That would be totally wrong. So, in this case, first let me cut off the heat shrink with a razor blade. We're gonna heat it up, and all we're gonna do is cut what you've done. We're not going to try to untwist it. It will take too long. So once you heat it up, we're gonna cut it, and then we're just going to melt off any extra. If we have to use this tool, this is like a suction cup. You heat it up, and then you go in where you are, and you hit the button, and it pulls it up. Let me get a razor blade.
I mean, a lot of people do
Just
build
next time,
racks
you just
and
need
stuff.
to cut this part longer so you can try that
That's
tool.
kinda like, that was like the hot thing.
The other
for
wire
a
stripper
minute.
doesn't work very
Still
well.
kind of is. I know people who
or
are still
you
doing
know,
that stuff.
know your way around.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it takes some time to cut off with LM.
Well,
yeah, it's cool. It's like
if it didn't go wrong, I wouldn't have learned the whole thing. So.
all the
Sure.
notes that they take from things and then they'll just
Like, kind of nice if they have a skylight in here.
Oh yeah.
because the content soon does for page pretty much poems. Most things that you've ever needed. If your sources are purely text, then I don't know, a million context window goes a pretty long way.
Yeah. I recently, last night, I couldn't sleep
It's
at
so
all.
easy on YouTube.
And I started asking ChatGPT
Of course, they make it look
to
easy.
generate a portrait of itself. Like, just like, if you had to visualize yourself, what would it be? And then I asked it, let me see if my laptop. And then I asked it to do the same with me. And it depicted me as like this man with a big beard. With like raspberry pies everywhere and the word Shizoda written all over the chalkboard like a million times. It's so insane.
Only men can do engineering.
It's just so funny, like what? I guess it's just like generated like a random Arabic dude. Cause Shizoda, you know, it's kind of an Arabic name. I guess it's screwed that just fell off. I don't know where.
Don't cut yourself. That's how I got this mark on my finger
Which one?
Yeah, I mean you're right.
with that razor blade.
Well,
I'll show you I'm working on a piece of art, a sculpture. While you're doing that, I'll just set it over here. You can check it out for a minute and then we'll put it back.
are there any other tools you've been playing around with, having fun with?
No, honestly, work has been super busy.
Yeah, is your work hours crazy?
Wow.
Oh wow.
So I'm pretty much to the part where we make a base and then like put like a plaque or something on the back that talks about the art.
Yeah.
But it's to be donated to an apparel store over in Valencia. The head was 3D printed by another individual. I just picked it out online and they
Wow.
3D printed it here on the bamboo machine. So, yeah,
It's pretty cool.
nice.
That looks really
Yeah,
cool.
a little bit of time. It's just
Did you
for
just solder all these together?
the- Oh my gosh, no. But it's a good idea. I maybe do that on the next one. But I'm afraid if I heat them up, I thought about the torch and welding and all that. They might discolor because if you heat these, they usually turn like blue or yellow.
I see.
And I wanted to keep the shiny chrome so that if we want to light it up with some surrounding lighting at night, it should
Yeah.
attract some attention to the store and maybe get people in the daytime when the sun hits it to like wonder what the bling is, and maybe they will visit her apparel store. You know, that's the hope.
How did you connect all of those?
Hot glue. That's how it started. That's how it started.
Wow.
Did you paint the glue after? Because it looks metallic. Is that the color of the glue?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
You said you were gonna cut it where?
Do you want me to take this off so you can start fresh again? I don't want to mess up your piece, and I know how delicate these things are.
Okay. Yeah. Please.
It's a little weird because most of our, like, I think 80 to 85% of our companies in Israel. And so there's no like section from us that we just
Really?
like we don't interact with the majority of our company.
Is that 80% engineers or?
Yeah, like all the engineering and product folks are in Israel.
Are you cutting the knot or just before it?
Yeah,
Is your making
that's kind
smoke?
of the thing with cybersecurity companies.
Is it really a thing with cybersecurity companies?
A lot of the like big cybersecurity startups over the years have been Israeli companies.
Good to know. I know Israel's a pretty hot tech sector.
They VCs invest a lot in Israeli firms. I don't know why. I guess it's just I mean their products are always good. So
Yeah, I mean,
they
they're-
from there.
Yeah.
It's fun. Just it's busy.
Yeah. I get it. I started working on like 4 or 5 new projects, and it's like I'm like kind of losing my mind because I'm also just like context switching like every several hours, and then I have like no time to myself, and then the few moments I have to myself, I just usually respond to like personal messages or like maybe make an appointment with an eye doctor and get like a checkup or something, you know. Oh my god, I have to do my taxes soon. I got like a consulting gig too, so now I'm like working on top of other projects.
Yeah, I've been contracted to do production stuff for the past 2 months. With one of my friends. He was on sabbatical, so I just took care of him. So that's all I've been busy.
What does the other company do?
Well, it's my church. They just, I have to like help prep stuff.
Oh, church.
I have to go in and like program lights, make sure everything's set up. I have to manage our team. I'm getting paid for it, so.
Yeah, it's always good. Okay, when I visit in class, you're gonna have to house me, alright? You know, you're gonna be.
Just know that I live like 4 times on stage.
Maybe we'll. I don't want to bring a car.
We can see the whole.
I don't even know. I guess you were my friends, or I've been making more Texas friends because I do want to make a little pilgrimage there and like meet everyone and see their cool work. There's a lot of really interesting like engineering, obviously there.
If you ever clean plaque off a teeth, like with the dentist, that's what this feels like.
Both like technical
You get in there and
engineering
like scrape it
also,
with a
like,
metal tool.
Like the electric market is just really good in Texas. Also all the like aerospace obviously. And defense and manufacturing, like Texas is a proper country.
It's a big state. There's just a lot of shit around here.
Yeah.
And Austin is like somehow central to all of it.
What's like
It's a little
the
piece of everything here.
how would you describe like the cultural differences between Houston and Austin?
I haven't been to Houston.
But like the vibe, I'm sure people talk about it.
Yeah, Houston's different. Austin's a lot more tech heavy. And I think Houston. Yeah, because when Google and Amazon and Microsoft and Apple, like, they all started building
we can work with that. We'll be able to get the new wire through there and start all over. It's a big enough hole, and then whatever we solder is going to go right over top of whatever's left on there.
Should we cut the wire on both sides this time? And...
We can do it. We can do that.
Or start with this. So about this length, good?
So this is why I usually cut it long in the beginning. So your first one, you leave some excess so that you don't cut yourself short after you do the first part. What you do this way, if the first one doesn't go right, you can keep adding more wire to it if you have to cut it off. So I would leave it long. I would cut like a 4-inch piece and just...
Oh, are you talking about the cutting, or I'm talking about exposing it?
Yeah, sure. Just like that.
Okay.
Go ahead and knock yourself like an inch off of there. Don't forget to put the paste. Once you got it stripped.
Should I pull this down? Or no? It pulls it up. Pulls it off itself.
Yeah, it's a super delicate wire. It's really thin, and you're learning on probably one of the most difficult wires. It's easier to learn with a little bit thicker wire because it gives you some durability.
Building a massive swap in Texas. It's gonna be for like 10,000 years, and I think each millennia.
Should I twist the wire?
There's a new chime that goes on.
Yeah,
it's
like put some paste on there.
Self-propelled and stuff.
You can twist it now, and then
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
do the
That's
cross
more of
after
a
we
philosophical
get it through the hole,
work. I don't
and
know
then
about
barrel
a
roll
project,
it.
but it's a huge engineering challenge. But it's meant to like inspire
What's the
long-term
purpose of
thinking
the
about like society.
So
and it's in Texas of
it
all places,
sucks
I'm telling you.
the solder into the
Very,
inside of
very
the wire.
difficult, as the youth
Really?
call it.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's why we kind of spread it a little bit thin when we just open the wire
No way, Texas is like known to
and
be
remove the
like
cover.
wild
If you
and-
put the flux on right away, and then you twist it in there, it allows for it to
Well,
the
yeah,
solder
that
to
I get.
slide like a
Yeah.
thinner liquid.
I mean, their
Yeah,
culture.
if not, it's thick, you know, like an alloy metal, and it dries fairly quick. So what happens is it usually bonds to the perimeter instead of going into the deep. Same thing if you are using a welder and you weld very thick metals with a very thin wire. The inside of the metal never really gets hot enough, so it only looks like it's welded, but any professional will know that it will break because it's not bonded with the right gauge, because you need to match the thickness. I'm probably going a little deeper than I should, but the reality of it is how to create something that's hot and deep. So this allows this lightweight alloy aluminum to kind of flow into the wires.
That's primarily what it's known for.
Like
All
a
the
little
other goodies
waterfall.
I mentioned is like stuff
That's
I've been
cool.
learning the more I read about. Not even read about, just like I like the other stuff. Just pointing stuff.
You're jumping ahead of me because that side's we're gonna cut it down. We're gonna cut that side down first. We'll do we'll do one at a time. We'll get the heat shrink on there,
Oh, we'll
and
cut it,
then we're
okay.
gonna cut it.
Got it. Alright, let's start with this part.
Yeah.
So I'm getting it in. And then
Yep. The closer the coating is, the better. Because we're gonna twist. So you're good to go.
That's really funny. Oh my god.
Definitely no more than like a quarter of an inch showing from the coating to where the connection starts. So you're under that. So you're looking good. Yep, you're looking good. I just want to say it out
twist all
loud
the way.
in case you're ever doing it by yourself.
I think there are some Texans that hold on to a piece of that history from just it happened, and I don't want to completely ignore or deny that it happened or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's still a good group of people that believe in a lot of the stuff from there where it's like, yeah, some people don't deserve to get treated like humans.
Do I need to twist more than that?
Let's check it out.
I'll tell you.
Alright.
I should probably go make some food.
This works, but this isn't what I showed in the beginning. This is actually going around
5 p.m.
the connection itself. We are trying to tie
Central time, yeah, 2 hours.
to the
It was
top.
nice chatting. I'll see you
So
around.
there's the top. We're gonna go top and bottom.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
This should make it.
I'm excited.
This should make it
I'll
really
see you around.
tight.
Bye, Janino.
It's jumping to the side now. So let me. I want to make sure that it's going to allow us to go and position it where we would like. So once we're at the top, and it looks like we are, now we're going to barrel roll it. Do you see how it's not wrapped around the connection itself and it's wrapping around its own wire?
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little bit of time to maneuver all this. I've been doing it, a couple times. So you'll get it, just it's meticulous, all right? So that's all it is. And it's all a lot of personal preference. Guys might do it different. Somebody else might show you another way. I'm just showing you a way that I didn't have many problems with in the history I've been doing it, where we didn't have many people come back and say, hey, I got something that's not working. Not to say that it was always perfect, but the fact of the matter is, we didn't get a lot of complaints.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to kind of go with what was working. So again, it goes in the guitar like that.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. So it goes in the guitar like that. We are going to want it to sit like this, so that when we do our rainbow to go to the next one, we're going to go with it. So here's that's all you. Ready? Can you put it together with some solder?
Oh, I'm putting it together. We're cutting it.
Yep. You already got the paste on. We're ready to go. Drop your. No, you don't. You put it where you're comfortable. But I've got it set up so that your position should be like the way we like the wire.
Can't see the connection.
Yep. Put it wherever you're comfortable.
Okay, this is good. And I'm soldering on top of the wire, right?
Yes. Connection and wire. You got enough solder. Now that it's got the bump, you just take the gun and touch it for a second and go left and go right, so that it smooths out, not up and down, left and right. A little bit slower. You gotta let it heat up and do the work. There you go. That's good.
Is that all too fat, or?
No, we're gonna over that. That's a passable inspection.
All right. Let it dry, and then we'll cut it.
Yeah, we're gonna give it a minute. We're gonna pull that off. We'll put the yellow piece back on. This time I'll just make the yellow a little bit longer. I'll let you do the heat gun this time. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. We're gonna try to put it all the way to the board, so we're gonna let gravity work with us. I'm gonna pass you the heat gun, not too long. I'm gonna start you off on low. I usually use high, but because it's your first time using a heat gun, we're just gonna do it on low, take your time. I try to shoot it sometimes into the barrel, so that's into the open end first, and then I try to do a 360 around it. So since we're gonna go all the way around it, we'll put it up like that. This
What's
way,
the range of the gun?
on high, you can feel it a couple feet away,
Yeah.
and you can burn paint off things. You can burn your skin will roll.
Wow.
So be real careful. Once you're done, just pass it back to me, facing away from me, and I'll put it back on the floor over here, away from everybody's feet. So you're ready. When you start, come down, just put it right in here, do a little circle, and then go once or twice around, and then we're done.
Good.
Yep, you're good. Looking awesome. Nice job. We'll give that a second because that'll make it really easy for the wire to slide off. Once it gets hot, it usually just, it's not an issue for it to slide around. It's like wax. What other connections are we gonna do anything on this other side? Because what we can do is just flip this over. Let's start working on another piece.
Oh yeah, we'll do the exact same thing here. So
Yep.
starting that.
Let's start on that one. Let's get another wire. Don't forget the paste.
Let it go. All right.
Same thing. Twist it to the one you want. We'll do the same thing. Try to do 2 crosses. Keep the wire to the top, and then barrel roll it. If you need to take it out of there, you can. That's just for you to have it in a comfortable position when you're ready.
Still hot.
Yeah, that's the heat gun. I'll be right back. I have a computer in the other room. I just want to make sure everything's all good in here.
All right. That look good too.
It looks good. We're past the 1/4 inch mark, which is what we want to try to stay away from. You see where your coating is?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're close to a 1/2 inch right there.
It's too far, you're saying?
Yeah, it's too far. So you want the coating to be right about where your barrel stops.
I see.
So when we drop the solder, there's enough solder, the solder lands, it sinks through the wire, and then boom, we hit the coating. It's like solder to coating.
Right.
Here, we're going to end up having solder and then like this gap with wire. If you think you can untwist it and get it tighter, I would definitely do it, because all this does is make where this connects to here, or anything it touches. That's the reason we're doing the yellow coating. I'm going to do like extra security, but it's what can that touch from here to here. All right, so
Yeah.
it can touch any of that, so anything will ground out or arc, and that's not good. So tell me about the Switch and how it enhances your guitar.
It's just so my old Switch, I think it got loose or something. So sometimes when you change the position, I would not be able to play with the neck pickup. And I also hear some noises that I'm sort of suspecting that it's because of the switch or something loose in the switch.
So hopefully when we do this, it should get rid of all those issues.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I hope so too.
I went to a guitar shop and then the guy was like, get this CRL switch, you know, made in America, Fender uses those, so I got it on Amazon. And he was very busy, so I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll do it on my own.
That's how we all learn. Somebody else is busy or they're charging us an outrageous amount and we go for it.
He was also charging him. Great job of untwisting this.
Well, that means you did a good job putting it on, but you'll get it. You want to just cut it? We haven't soldered it. You can just cut it right there. We have enough wire. That's the reason for the extra wire.
But I need to cut it so that it doesn't
Just don't cut your part.
stick to
And
it,
cut the
right?
wire as close to the connecting part, and then we'll just strip the wire again, and we'll do it again. It usually clips already, so I'm kind of shocked that it's not cutting. There you go. Probably best like to use the back of that tool, the front of it at the front. I'm not so sure that it cuts so great. There you go.
Alright.
Now we're moving right along.
Should I continue on this?
Just cut it clean, start fresh.
Cut a new one?
No, you can continue on what you got.
This is gonna be enough?
Good to go with me. I'm acting like you're just on your own over there, so I'll try to save you if you get in the weeds, but I think you're gonna be just fine.
Where did these come from? Were they on that shelf over there?
They were on the shelf, I think in like the red bin on the second drawer.
I'll have to head out soon to do some stuff.
No woodworking today?
Do you like the other ones?
No, should I put that
Oh,
with the
yes.
other ones? Yeah.
There's a variety, and different glasses fit us all differently, so if you have a preference, you can select whatever you like.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, if you want to take your mask with you, you can write your name on it. You want to give you a permanent marker?
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
use it anytime you come back.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. So I can leave the mask here somewhere.
You can leave it. Just hang it up. I hang it. There's a couple of masks that we usually hang over here. These are the ones that are left up here. I didn't know they were up here. We might have used them, but got the alcohol. So you can put your initials or however your smiley face is, whatever you like to know it's yours, and then just hang it up here. If you come back to do something like this, grab it.
Cool.
Alright?
Yeah, no, that's great. I know, great initials, right?
Is it your initials?
Yeah.
Nice.
What are they?
Yo.
Wow. Well, it's awesome meeting you, Jay.
Yeah, no, this is so cool. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too. Hopefully I run into all of you guys again.